Why does somebody as punch drunk as you want to have a kid so you can be around more people that are smarter than you? Like, it's just no. I'll never forget I was sitting with one of your fans and they was talking about you and bragging about you and how strong you are and how you can do anything and how quick you are and fast you are. And then I pulled up that TV show with The Rock that happened during the pandemic where you looked like a whole bum. You was 4 months off a fight. You should have still had at least enough stamina to be able to do an obstacle course. And a white girl beat you there too. And the black girl. You ain't nothing what you say you are. You just as big a fraud as Jasmine Crockett, who ain't on the Hill no more, even though she's still pretending she's in politics. But the second that Trump was about to come in and they started looking at all of your real estate purchases, they realized you been getting paid a little bit something and you had to quit.
Okay, she came out swinging. No warm up, no let me be respectful, no I don't want to say too much. Nope, Jaguar Wright looked dead in that camera and went straight for the throat. And baby, that was just the first 30 seconds. If your jaw ain't already on the floor, give it a minute. And I promise you, the part that actually broke people isn't even the plant line. It's what she said about the money. Stay right here because it only gets hotter from here. Hey, welcome back to Celeb Spill. Go grab your cup, sit all the way down, pull the blanket up because this one peeled back layer after layer after layer real quick. Quick note before we dive in. Everything here is allegedly, this is commentary and opinion. We keep it cute and legal around here. But the receipts? Oh, we are reading those together tonight, line by line, and we are not skipping a single page of it.
I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to do the Claressa pod tonight or if I'm going to do it in the morning. I might want to read up a little bit more, though, on that fighter that she ran from and is still running from. White girl, you plant. You ain't nothing but a plant. And I'm gonna prove it. And that's why you with Pat. Because he's a plant. I'm about to bust you open. See, I figure I'm gonna give you something relevant to go back and forth about so you can mind your business and stay out of this family that's being ripped to shreds by the media.
And there it is. You plant, and I'ma prove it. Now, baby, listen close. Plant is not a regular little insult you toss out in an argument. A plant gets placed. A plant gets positioned. A plant gets watered by somebody with a plan and a paycheck. She's not saying Claressa simply messed up. She's saying somebody put her exactly where she is on purpose, and that pap is stitched right into the middle of it. That's not shade, honey. That's a whole theory with a blueprint attached, and she said it without one single ounce of hesitation in her voice.
So since you want to use it for clout, little plant, greatest plant of all time. I'm not calling you no goat. You the goat. The greatest plant of all time. Probably not even that. Let's give you something relevant to talk about. I think I know what she's afraid of. And I'm about to expose it on the pods. Yeah. See, the problem with these people is they get in this space and they think that because lies work for everybody else, that they can work for them too, and they can be all that they can be in the YouTube army. Unfortunately, I'm clocked in. And I'm about to clock your tea, Claressa. Because you're a fraud. You're a 30-year-old fraud.
Greatest plant of all time. Oh, did you hear how smooth she flipped it? She took the GOAT title. The whole thing Claressa built her entire name on and turned it into a punchline and didn't even blink doing it. That is exactly the kind of line that gets screenshotted, clipped, reposted, and runs a full marathon around the internet before Claressa even opens her eyes in the morning. Cold, calculated, clean. That's a surgeon, baby, not a hater.
I think I should welcome her properly. You know, I find it interesting that all of these girls who are in all of these online beefs all got either a project coming out or threatening to put a project out. It's wild. It's like they're taking all of this weirdo gossip and, you know, they're doing it for clout. There is no Diddy tolerance. This is a no Diddy zone. So anybody that says anything that's pro Diddy, yeah, fine. Yeah, we don't get no fucks about the diddler. Landmark worldwide indeed. Now, what did Claressa do? She decided to become a part of a farce that is destroying what Black family looks like. Like, the simple fact that she thinks any of the stuff that she's doing, going back and forth with Remy, when Pap is still married and they have a small child, and now she talking about she want to have babies? Why?
You caught that, right? Every single woman tangled up in these online beefs conveniently has a project dropping, a single, a podcast, a documentary, like clockwork every single time. So the real question stops being, is there beef, and becomes, who is producing this? Who's writing the script? Who profits when the timeline catches fire? That reframe right there, baby, is the exact thing that separates this from your everyday recycled gossip. She's not chasing the story. She's standing there telling you who wrote it.
And I know. I've been talking to some people in the boxing world. You know, the world that you're supposed to care about? The world that made you relevant to know in the first place? You got a fight coming up. Handpicked. Funny, it's not the fight you should be fighting, is it? There's a rematch you've been running from for years. You want to call yourself the greatest woman of all time, but yet you're afraid to fight somebody that beat you before? That woman's been following you all over the place, trying to get a rematch out of you ever since you glowed up. The fact that you don't know how to dress, I'm not going to be talking about how masculine you are and how manly you look. I'm not going to be talking about how a mess you are for sitting there and encouraging the desecration of a Black family, pretending like you something special.
A hand-picked fight. But the fight that actually matters? The rematch she's been ducking for years against a woman who already beat her once and has been chasing that second round ever since. And baby, you do not get to crown yourself the greatest of all time and then tiptoe around the one person who already has your number. Now, let me be fair for 1 second, because we play fair here. Undefeated is undefeated. I'll hand her that much. But ducking a rematch year after year after year, that asterisk writes its own self, honey.
See, it would be one thing if all of this was happening off social media. But what it's really looking like is that they're trying to recreate Love and Hip Hop on social media and get y'all to buy into it, because ain't nobody watching it on TV no more. And the simple fact that you decided to jump in this, you know, that just makes you fair game on social media. So, yeah, she ducking hands. She ducking white girl and girl got hands. I mean, they had a decision fight. I wonder if that decision was accurate. Or did somebody get paid? I don't know, allegedly. I don't know. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly why Pap likes her.
And then, whew, she went there. Did somebody get paid? A judge decision suddenly dragged right under the microscope for everybody to squint at. She hedged it, allegedly, but she said it out loud, on camera, on purpose, knowing exactly what it would do. And here's the thing about a seed like that. Once it's planted, honey, you simply cannot unplant it. Every highlight from here on out comes with a little whisper attached to the corner of it. And whispers travel faster than facts.
Easy to control. We gonna see how much people like your next fight when I tell them about the one you ducking. And been ducking. You must be afraid. See, I know fighters, male and female. I know the real ones from the fake ones. You got a fighting record of 16-0 with 3 decisions. Just 16. How do you become the greatest anything with only 16 fights? You need at least 25 to be credible in my opinion, especially as a woman. Shit. Mike Tyson's girl fighter.
16 fights, 3 of them decisions. And she's out here wanting greatest of all time stitched across the back of the jacket. Jaguar laid the math out flat on the table. You need at least 25 to even pull a chair up to that conversation. She even named the legends who had full cards by this same age. So you got the glow up, the Hollywood cameras, the whole shiny package, but skip the part where you actually earn it in the ring. Baby, I'm sorry, but the math ain't mathing, and no amount of good lighting ever fixes a thin
coal miner's daughter. She had a card. By the time she was your age, it's like you trying to space it all out. And all you fighter bums. Don't make you the greatest anything. It makes you the tallest midget in the room. You bum. I'm fine, and I'm this, and I'm rich, and I'm that. You're a plant. And the second that they're done with you, you'll go back to Flint, Michigan, poor as shit, walking barefoot in the streets. And I put that on your mama and mine. Oh yeah, we cooking with grease. Why I do it like that? Because she should have more respect for black family. She should have kept this shit offline. And if they was gonna get into it, she should have stayed out of it, just as she was praying for the family. It was a complicated situation. She fell in love with a man who was moving on, and she's wishing that everybody is okay. There was a lot of ways she could have handled this, but she got into the soup. And when you get into the soup, don't start crying when you end up burnt up at the bottom of the pot. She should have minded her fucking business. Period.
And here comes the bow on the whole entire thing, the soup. She jumped clean into the pot, a married man, a small child, a family unraveling out loud in public for clicks and clout. And now she's shocked it's boiling? Baby? Jaguar's whole point was never really about boxing at all. It's about judgment. It's about knowing which pot to stay all the way out of. She could have just said she was praying for the family and kept it moving. But she jumped in. You get in the soup. Don't you dare cry when you come out scalded at the bottom of it. Period. End of story. So 3 things, baby. The plant theory, the duct rematch, and the money on top. I need y'all all the way honest down in the comments. Truth teller, or did she really go a little too far this time now? Pick a side and be real loud about it. I'm reading every single one now. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. Welcome to the family. Now go on and tell a good friend, and I'll see you real soon on the very next spill.